Thank you.
Awesome. So here we are. Welcome. I'm so happy to have another episode of Coffee Talk and joined by my friend Junaline. Junaline or Junaline? Oh, you froze. Did I freeze? Uh-oh.
Yes.
Are you there?
Yes, I am here. Got it?
Was that me or you that froze?
No, it's probably me because the internet in Lebanon is very.
Oh my goodness. Well,
yeah. What else is possible? Let's ask the entities to back off.
yeah. And
Yes,
I always
please.
expand our antennas,
Yep. Yes,
Hi,
yes.
Daniel's watching. Hi, Daniel. So what's been going on with you lately? Anything interesting? Oh, she's frozen again. Well, until she comes back on.
Hi.
Oh,
I
there
am back.
she is. Yeah.
I'm back. I am back. Yes.
So
it's an adventure.
Besides internet weirdness, anything been up in your world or anything going on lately?
Yes, so that's there's a lot of things going on lately. The all right and wrong and good and bad. But yes, it's actually great that we have the tools to navigate all of that wonkiness that's going on. And I'm really grateful for the tools of access. I just gave a 4 days foundation class in Beirut, and man, did we fry ourselves.
Wow, that's amazing.
Did
You
we
know
fry
what's
ourselves in so many
interesting?
things. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure whatever's been going on the last week is an awareness of the future. I've created a specialty class that's coming up in a few weeks, and
Oh yes.
It's so interesting, the awarenesses that I'm getting, because it's like the class is about committing to your living. And I'm waking up and I'm like, what do I want to do? I have no idea. It's like I'm back to before I had the tools and what I wanted to create. And I finally got, after struggling for a few afternoons, like, oh, wait a second. Is this, people in the future that I'm aware of?
That's just awesome. I love that. And that's a great invitation because also, yes, you're tapping into all people all over the universe. You tapped into me because I've also been in this energy of commitment to my life and my living, especially this year. More than ever. What would it take? Yes, what would it take not to be an autopilot anymore?
And breaking it down into little pieces, because people think commitment is this huge thing and that they're locked in, but I'm actually doing a free committing to you challenge starting February 1st. So is that tomorrow or the next day?
Yes, tomorrow.
In a group. I'll put the link in here. It's just a free thing, and each day for 5 days, I'll give little exercises, questions to ask. And oh my goodness, like, wow, I can really perceive the change that is already creating, even though it hasn't occurred yet, through what I've experienced over the last few days.
Great invitation. That's a great invitation for me. Thank you so much. And actually, the energies that are permeating everywhere, it's like of change, of transformation, major change and major transformation.
Cool. Chris, put the link there.
And tomorrow is the new year, and the Chinese New Year tomorrow ushers in the real New Year, really. But January is not a new year. It's not the start of a new year. It's just a hangover from last year.
It is so funny. And so many people are going through such a weird time because, the world is still half stopped in lots of places. And there's such this weird space of, well, what can I create and what is next and what is possible? But it mostly comes from conclusion of, I don't know what's next, not what is possible truly, you know?
This question, you cannot overdo this question at all. It's like every time you ask the question, it becomes more and more possible what is not possible.
Yeah, I love
We
that.
have to remember that we have that tool. It's like, no, what else is possible here? What really is possible? What is possible that we haven't thought of? If we knew not this, what could be possible? We've decided that, yes, we're not doing anything because it's always been like that. But
yeah,
what is possible?
And just a reminder for anybody out there who's listening to this and they're like, I don't know, blah, blah. Anytime it feels heavy, anytime it's not, oh, what's possible? You're actually not in your own reality. You're buying into somebody else's points of view, or you're in some conclusion or something. It's not actually you. And so even though I was aware of all this stuff and I knew it wasn't me, and using all the tools, it was still really interesting, a struggle. I was like, wow, this is crazy. This is crazy. Okay. I know it's not me. What other tool can I use? And actually, one of the most helpful things was being in nature, because for a little while, at least, you can let go. There's something about buying into this reality that is so, I don't know, it's like
limiting. It's limiting.
And it like sucks you back in. Even if you get some space, it sucks you back in. So you have to be really diligent.
Yes. And yes, diligence and reminder that there is, like you said, there is nature. If everything else fails, there's nature. There's the sexualness that you can perceive, you can contribute, you can be a contribution to and from the nature, the earth.
Yeah.
If nobody else cares, it's the earth always cares. The nature always cares.
And that's it too, because how much do we want to have this connection with people, but oftentimes people can't go to the depths that you want to go to. And so instead of staying on the surface, just go into nature.
Yeah. So is that what you did this weekend?
Yes. I visited the redwoods and the ocean.
You're in California? You're in California.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah. So it's nice there. Is it cold now, right now? What's the weather like?
It's mild. Spring is already popping. There's some daffodils in my garden that just popped up, but it's, like mild cold. And then it gets sort of, 60 degrees in the afternoon.
Fahrenheit. Okay.
Fahrenheit. Yes.
I function from Celsius. I function from the Celsius universe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Anyway.
What a contribution that is. I'm receiving that.
Are you cold there?
Yeah, it's been rainy. It's actually damp. I live in the Mediterranean. Lebanon is in the Mediterranean, although it's in the Middle East. Geographically, it's Middle East, Mediterranean. But we have a very mild winter compared to, like, I guess, I don't know, North America or Europe. But it's been rainy and it's been very, very cold. Very cold. Snowing in the mountains, but it's, humid.
Cool.
Down by the sea. I live by the sea, so it's humid and
I think
cold.
it's so cool that you're there. I mean, I remember years ago, Gary really wanted the Middle East to have access. And so he targeted places on either side to sandwich it and have the energy kind of melt. And I just find it so amazing that there are facilitators in almost every country now.
It's amazing. Yes, I know. It's like, and I'm Canadian actually, and I've been transplanted to Lebanon for like 11 years.
Wow.
My husband is Lebanese, and we started Access here in Beirut, in Lebanon.
Wow.
In 2013. We even had a center, and like at that time I knew, as far as I knew, we were the only ones who started it in the Middle East. And then now it's like spread in like Saudi and Kuwait and the Gulf. And so it's amazing. It's great. How does it get any better than that?
Wow. I love Lebanese food too. I should
Yes, it's good. Why don't you come here? It's so fun to come here.
Yeah, maybe I can bring my committing to your living class. Who do you think?
Yes.
Do you think people would be interested? It's so funny. I created this like 6, 7, 8 years ago, and it's taken so long for people to even want to choose it. Like I've offered it here and there and here and there, and it's just starting to get interesting.
Actually, I think it's divine timing. People will be able to receive it when they're ready for it. And now the collective is maybe, it's now the space. And
is now the space? Is it?
Now is the space, now is the time. Yeah, and actually, I'd like to, speaking of creation, speaking of committing to our living, I like you, I've been creating something for the last few months, and then it wasn't until like this next month, February, that it wants to come out to the world. And it's actually I have this 21 days of magic, miracles, mysteries, energy pools.
Cool.
That we're creating. It's a global class, online, everyday commitment to just asking for what it is we would like to be, do, and have in our lives. Finally, this time, no more excuses. So we're going to do it on the 2nd of February until the 22nd of February in 2022. All the twos.
Oh,
co-creating so with cool. All the numbers.
I love that.
Yeah. So it's like, let's do it together. Let's make a commitment. Like you said, it's commitment to living. And actually, when you invite the group, you're like accountable, like it's like the sense of, no, I'm not going to do it by myself.
Yeah, and the energy of more people exponentializes everything that you're doing. I love doing energy pulls in groups. And actually in 15 minutes, I have my Monday morning expanding exercise group. And I do them every morning, just expanding and pulling energy.
Amazing.
Yeah. And it's so different doing it there than doing it on your own. It really is. I think people need to just build the muscle, but still having group, it's like doing a group exercise class or whatever. It's just
right. It's more fun energy. When you do it together.
Yeah.
It is the energy. It's more expansive when you do it as a group.
So are you doing yours on a Facebook Live, or how are you doing it?
It's actually on Zoom. So it's a Zoom class with a Facebook group. Yes, we have a Facebook group, a dedicated Facebook group for that 21-day journey. And also a Telegram group for the Arabic people, because not a lot of them are on Facebook, actually. It's very interesting, like how certain cultures are not doing Facebook anymore. Yeah, so we have to cater to everybody, whatever their needs are. So yes, it's going to be on Zoom actually every day, but then we have a Facebook group just for sharing insights, whatever people want to share, whatever's happening with them. That's a community, that's going to create that. Yeah.
What time of day?
Hey, you're welcome. You're invited, Julie. Come on. What else is possible?
We should put the link in here.
Yeah. When I join your group, I will join your group and I'll put the link there. And it's like it's 3:00 my time, which is probably I'm like 10 hours or 9 hours ahead of you. This will be so early in the morning.
What time is it there right now? 7:47
p.m.
Okay, and it's 9:47 a.m. here. So yes, it would be.
Unless, it's like the crack of dawn. What else is possible? It's like your morning meditation.
Yeah.
Whatever people are choosing. Yeah. So that's great. What else can we create? What else can we create together? And yeah.
Cool. So what else is going on? What can we inspire people with today?
What can we inspire people today is basically get into the habit of asking questions. We tend to forget that we can ask questions. And actually, this is what I hammered on my students on the foundation class, because I also invited myself to like being the question.
Yeah.
It's so easy to just make a conclusion, right? And like
Yeah.
decide that this is it or no, or you project something, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
La, la, la.
I think I was one of the originators or creators of conclusion, because I am just a conclusion queen. And I was looking at like how Gary has said that one of our jobs was to hide consciousness until it was time to basically unhide it and, to keep it. And I thought, wow, what a great way to hide consciousness, to have a little bit of an awareness and then immediately lock it into a conclusion. So it cuts off your awareness. So you don't have, it. And I was like, wow, that was a really cool creation. And I destroy and uncreate it for all of us all over the world.
Yes, please.
But that's one of the things, is catching yourself every time you come to conclusion of this isn't possible, or this is how it used to be, this is how it always is. What else is possible that we have no idea, that would open up possibilities and magic beyond anything that we've ever considered?
Yeah. It's like really a muscle to be trained. It's a muscle, and it's like we need to be reminded that there is that muscle to be trained, that there's that muscle actually that we have.
Yeah.
All we have to do is just, poke it and get it exercised, just one question a day. Yeah.
So
it's funny because everybody's just like a conclusionist.
Yeah.
Oh, this and therefore this. Yes, that happened before. Yeah, it's gonna happen again.
So if you were to exercise your being in the question muscle, how would you do that?
What else is really possible here? I'll ask this question. This question, I can use it now ad infinitum, however it shows up. What else is possible I haven't thought of here? Yeah. Oh my God, what question can I ask? What else is possible? What is possible? What have I decided? It's like just questions like, okay, what question can I ask?
There's another, like, when you're really, 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 really in it, you can ask, if I know not this.
Yes.
What else
could be? Yeah. What if I knew not this? What else could be possible? I love that. Yeah, because whatever you've decided, you knew. You already knew.
Yeah. And sometimes you're asking those questions, but you're not energetically being the question. You're just saying the words or repeating them in your head.
Right.
So when that occurs, what do you do to get out of your head?
Good question. Yes. I actually destroy and uncreate all my projections and expectations about this question, about whatever question it is that I'm creating. Yeah. Yes. Whatever I've decided is a question, I destroy and uncreate it.
Yeah.
This is a real question.
Yeah. And like, the other thing is how, like, part of the reason that we go to conclusion is because we're trying to solve something that's a problem. And so if it wasn't a problem, if this isn't a problem that needs solving, is another question. Like, if this wasn't a problem, what would I choose?
Yeah, because we have decided it is a problem, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like underneath that, there's a layer of that. Without thinking, we've decided that it's already a problem, and therefore it cannot be solved.
Right.
Or it can be solved. There's a solution, or only one solution.
Right. So you're looking
not many possibilities.
Right. Exactly. I know, it's so crazy.
What group are we on? Sorry, Julie. I'm looking at it on Facebook. So
it's called Coffee Talk.
Coffee Talk.
Fill your cup with possibilities.
Ah, fill your cup. Possibilities. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Fill your cup. So what are you creating these days, Julie? What is your cup filled with?
A lot of space, actually. And
Cool.
that's yes. And I just need more projects because I really thrive with projects. So there's that committing to your living class. And I also have a book club for my book, Beauty in the Breakup.
Beauty in the breakup.
Mm-hmm. People breaking up with friends, lovers, business, whatever.
Yeah.
It's helps you through that transition and helps you find more of you. And then I have a foundation in March before the Global Foundation.
Awesome.
And this is one thing that I have met so many people who took the bars class and then they were like, oh, I want to do the Global Foundation as my first foundation. And I'm like, you know what? I really highly suggest you take a smaller group foundation first. Get all the information because there's thousands of people in the Global Foundation and it's like jumping into the ocean and you've never swum before.
It can be overwhelming for some because it's just something. You need a foundation before that Global Foundation.
You really do. You really do. Gary goes, he's like, that's a distractor implant. And the people are like, what's a distractor implant? Because you're learning about it in the class. And he's like, read your manual. It's so funny. So I highly recommend people take a local foundation before they do Global Foundation, and you'll get a lot more out of it. You'll have a sense of what's going on, and it'll take you further, I think, too, because you'll have a sense of what their target is.
And just to let people know, the Global Foundation is like out of the box foundation.
Oh my goodness, yes.
It is really out of the box. It's like, don't even bother with the manual. It's just something that gets created, actually. It gets created on the spot.
Yeah, and there's like thousands of people and there's all these questions. And so, if you have something personal that you want to deal with, sometimes it can be frustrating for people because, they don't get to it.
That's right. So the beauty of a foundation from CFs like you and me, the beauty of that having that foundation is to get facilitated with ease in an intimate setting. Yeah, whatever people are.
Oops, your internet is going again. There you are.
Am I going again? Oh, okay. My connection?
It made most of it. Yeah. How often do you do a foundation?
Well, monthly, every 2 months, maybe once a month to every 2 months, something like that. Depends on the energy, my energy and everything else, but I'm also creating other courses. Yeah.
And do you do it something besides access?
Sorry. Yes, I do. I'm a life coach. I'm an empowerment coach. So I do a lot of other personal development workshops. I use the tools of Points of You. It's actually another coaching tool. And I give a lot of healing through art. So it's like I'm an what do you call this? Creatively fit coach. So I do this sessions using art as a way to heal. It's not art therapy as in like the art therapy, but it is using art to heal. It is called creatively fit coaching. And I also want to just, share this great news with you, Julie. that I am going to facilitate my first 3-day body class in Beirut, Lebanon in March.
Oh my gosh, congratulations.
Yes, yes, it's a 2-year journey just to get
Wow.
there.
Yes,
Yeah.
I started on that journey a long time ago, and I did so many classes where there were like 5 people and not 6, so it didn't count. And I was like, okay, the people around here are just not, they're
Being
not,
the question.
yeah. I went a different direction.
That's right. It's just choosing something else.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Great.
anyway, well, that's awesome. Congratulations. And
Thank you.
wow, our time went by so quickly today.
Yes, 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 yes. And thank you so much. What a great opportunity to be with you and to meet you here.
Yeah, it's so fun. I just love meeting new people and chatting, especially now with so many isolated people. It's just really nice to connect with people all over the world. And I hope that the people watching are enjoying the energy and the conversation. It always makes me feel lighter. So hopefully you recognize that occurs with you too.
Yes.
So have
Thank
a
you.
wonderful week. And
You too, Julie.
I hope to see you all somewhere in the world soon.
Yes, we will.
Okay,
Thank
take
you.
care.
Have a great
Thanks.
evening.
Bye,
All right.
everyone.
Bye.